New Bundesliga records, emotional, extreme, spectacular games, and all of that in 1 month. Enjoy the top 10 moments in February. We start with Rune Jahrstein and a save of the flamboyant kind.
Mane was on the ball and he's found an excellent pass here, and they have been punished. He goes off the top of the crossbar. Oh my goodness, Rune Jahrstein. And all of a sudden Wolfsburg here denied by Rune Jahrstein at his head.
The Hertha goalkeeper and the invention of the header save. A memorable moment after the final whistle. Joshua Kimmich wants to make a child's dream come true, but someone has other ideas.
Well, that little boy's about to get a wonderful t-shirt. Well, he was about to get it until that guy grabbed it from the back. Oh dear, I think he's realised now, you know. That's not yours, that's that little boy's t-shirt, mate. Oh, sorry.
Holstein Kiel keeper Kenneth Kronholm knows the ups and downs of football. First, he was heralded for this bold dribbling which led to a goal against Magdeburg.
He got out of trouble in spectacular fashion. Here is Kingsley Schindler. Kiel on the move. Laszlo Benes, brilliant pass. Mühling is away. And he finds Serra!
1 week later, he tried it again, but this time it backfired as he gave the ball away and conceded against Fürth. From 0 to 0 in a week. It was probably the most spectacular match of the month. Dortmund against Hoffenheim. The Black and Yellows were cruising to a comfortable home win at 3-0 until the 75th minute when it all changed.
Ishak Belfodil, that ball crossed the line, and Hoffenheim are back in the game.
A sign of life from Hoffenheim, and they followed it up just minutes later. They pulled it back to 3-2, and at the end they completed the seemingly impossible.
One looking nervy. Geiger's free kick. Belfodil's header. It's the equaliser.
From 3-0 to 3-3 in 12 minutes, an extraordinary comeback. The defenders also stood out on matchday 23 with some great goal-saving interventions.
Davy Zelka, Andre Duda, back on for Zelka! Oh, away in the nick of time by Kimmich.
Kimmich for Bayern, Knoche for Wolfsburg.
Knoche's lost it! They're in here! This is Neuhaus! Oh, how did he not put it in from there? Robin Knoche went from villain to hero in the space of just a couple of seconds.
And Marco Caligiuri came to the rescue in Bundesliga 2 with some goalkeeper-like defending. Our number 6 moment. Leon Goretzka. No one scored as quickly as him in February. Unfortunately, it was in the wrong net.
It's Bayern's shortest away trip of the campaign. Just over 70 kilometers separate these two. They are miles apart in the table. But Augsburg looking to spring a surprise on Bayern just as they did earlier in the season at the Allianz. Oh my word! What a start! Just 13 seconds on the clock. The fastest ever own goal scored in the Bundesliga.
A record he'd rather do without. Mario Götze celebrated a landmark goal.
And then it's Jadon Sancho. Good save, Baumann! Tap in from Götze! 2-0 Dortmund!
The 50th Bundesliga goal for the Dortmund boy.
Ist mir jetzt neu, wusste ich nicht, aber ist gut zu wissen. Nee, natürlich alle Scorerpunkte, und wenn ich einen gewissen Wert für die Mannschaft habe und der Mannschaft helfen kann und für mich persönlich das Spiel auch gut läuft, ist natürlich umso schöner.
A milestone in his career. What a month it was for Wolfsburg.
He goes for goal and gets it.
Who'd have thought that the Wolves would be the best team in the Bundesliga in February? 3 wins and a draw, a top showing from Labadier's men.
And Mehmedi, the substitute, has made it 2 for Wolfsburg.
A European place is in sight. Hats off to Wolfsburg. A hugely emotional comeback. Anthony Modeste back from China and back at his old club FC Köln. And it was as if he'd never been away.
And Modest! It's the most obvious line in the script. It just had to be him.
A goal on his first appearance, and a poignant one at that. But the story doesn't end there. A week later, the fans' favourite came on for his home debut against Sandhausen with the score of 1-1. And he did what he does best, giving the Billy Goats the lead. Ecstasy in Cologne, but Modest had one more trick up his sleeve. A goal in injury time, a brace on his return. Welcome home, Anthony Modest. And then there was Claudio Pizarro, a moment to cherish forever.
Pizarro scores! Double deflection! He won't care! 1-1 right at the death! And wouldn't you know it, age is just a number. He's the oldest player ever to score in the Bundesliga, 40 years, 136 days, and 1 point for Bremen when it looked like they were bound to get nothing. What an astonishing climax.
He's still got it. There's no sign of him aging. Claudio Pizarro steps up again and writes his name into Bundesliga history.